Loud. Right. Okay, hi guys. Come on up to a standing position. I'm going to tilt up just a little bit and we'll take a few breaths up with your inhale. And exhale. And up. Good. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Michelle, you're taking off your jacket too. I needed to as well. Keep going. I'm going to slip my socks off so I don't slide. And do the same if you'd like. And up and down. Now notice that as you're here, you could drop a little lower. So it's like you're doing a second position squat. Your heels are heavy and your toes are light. Your arms are also waking up. Good. All right, so right now you're aware that your knee is tracking with your second toe. Your offer is to go down to 90 degrees, but you're making sure that your knees are happy in line with your second toe. And again, nice. And then we're going to change it. So the booty is going to go back. It's going to be more like a chair squat. Notice how I'm putting my arms up and down. So I'm still trying to wake up the upper body. If that's too much and you really need to concentrate on the knees, you can always just leave your hands on your hips. But if you can track the knee with the second toe, probably the most important thing too is that the booty goes back, not forward. I want the glutes to be biased. They tend to fall asleep during the day or with a lot of sitting, and then that can create low back pain. Good, Karen, that looks good. So the arms in front also helps you kind of balance that weight going back. 3, I like it. 2, now you're gonna notice the heart rate's going up too. And then 1. Now this is a little bit closer together. You can go up with your heels. Now your calf raises are up, making sure your ankles don't kick out to the side. Up, the arms can be out wide. We're also pumping lymph, synovial fluid. The arms overhead is going to help us get a fuller breath. Try to do it a little slower than I did just then. So you go up with your calves. You lower or decelerate slowly with your calves too, as opposed to gravity just yanking you down. Up. Now the ankles are going to try to kick out, but you don't want them to. And 2. And 1. And now we're going to open up the legs a little bit. You're going to step into the right heel, and then you're going to weight into the left heel. You're going to step heavy on one foot. We are going to do something with this. So now it's kind of like a single side lunge. Your shoulders are down the back. Notice that you can get lower. If you can add on. If not, just leave your hands there. So what we're doing is 2 moves. That's a couple reasons. This is rotation. Also cognitive decline, reduction of cognitive decline by adding movements on with exercise is one of the best ways we know of to reduce cognitive decline. So trying to pattern. Now you're still doing those cues we talked about. Knee in line with the second toe. Rotate a little further now that your brain knows what's happening. 4, rotation. 3, rotation. 2, and 1. Now we're going to add on a balance. So you're going to step into the right. Now come up and balance. Tree. Step into the right. Come up and balance. So did you just see how I drug my foot that time? That's a modification. Drag your foot. Otherwise you can land. This is 4. And try to hover. 5. Push up stronger as you're learning how much do I have to put in. 6 to come back up. 7, same side. 8, same side. 9, good. I love you. You're making yourself balance on one foot. 10, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot. Now we're going to do it to the other side. So the left leg, glute really, gets heavy and you balance. Do the best you can. Left leg. I'm going to show a drag modification. Drag. More normal. Up. Good. Inhale. 5. I had to touch. Down. 6. One leg might be harder. You could make it smaller. That's another variation. 7. Land springy like a mountain lion. 8. Stand tall instead of folding. Good. 9. Good. We're going to do this one for 5. So once you get up there, try to find 5, 4, 3. Good. 2 and 1. Lower that down. Right foot forward, left foot back. So we have a little lunge going. Down and up. Now this knee is on top of the heel and not forward, just to be super safe. This quad is working. The knee doesn't travel in. Hi Fayetta, welcome. 7, 8, you got it. Just getting used to this. 9, 10. Now step up, do the other side. You're layering. This is just one cue at a time. The hips are square if you can. Your knee's probably the most important, right? 3, it's still over the heel. 4, 5, good. 6, and you can go down and up a little bit more, Pam. 7, yes, there you go. 8, that's it. 9, 10, now foot together, good. You're going to go back and up, back and up. Back at first, if you just need your hands together or on the pelvis, you can land springy as opposed to jarring. So springy, land springy here, land springy here, land springy here. And we're going to add a little rotation and come back. A little rotation, you got it, and come back. A little rotation, whoops, and come up. And we're just going to take 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then come back. Hold there. Left foot is going to lift and spread. Touch, I want you to pretend you're on a tightrope. Touch your right toes in front, lift up, and touch your right toes to the back of the tightrope. Touch, touch, touch. Now you might be able to get bigger. Touch. You just touch that tightrope. Not too much. Pretend like you're actually on a rope and you don't want to disturb your left leg's balance, your standing leg's balance. 6, 7, good. 7. Tap. 8, arms out, shoulders are strong. 9, this leg's working. 9 as well. 10. Now you're on the tightrope, but the other foot, lift and spread your toes. Flip your palms. Tap your toes. Lift up and behind. Lift up and behind. Barely touch the toe. Up. 3. Good. 4. 5. Of course, the bigger it is, the harder. 6. Shoulders are working hard too. 7, you're working the core. 7. 8. 9. 9, keep it going. 10 and 10. Now let the right foot be in front and the left foot be behind like you're on that tightrope. Make sure you have enough room. Rotate right, rotate left. Your goal is to stay balanced. Rotate, same leg, the legs are the same. You're going to try to keep balanced. Rotate. You might be able to go a little further. the modification would be to keep your head straight ahead. Otherwise, let that gaze change. We're doing 8 here, so we've got 3 more. Balance on a tightrope. 2. I think about a spigot in the front lawn. And 1. Now lower the arms, switch the foot. The left foot's in front. The right foot's directly behind it if you can. Palms up this time. Rotate, and if you are not feeling like you're challenged, go a little bit deeper in your rotation or change the speed. And for your ankles should be figuring out balance, the muscles around your hips, and you're breathing continuously. 6, good. 6, 7, shoulders working, but if it's too hard, just put your arms down. 8 and 8, and then bring those hands down. Perfect. We're gonna have 3-way lunge. So you're gonna step forward, bend, come back up. Now step side, bend, come back up. I have to make room. Step back, bend the back knee, come back up. Now the other side. Step forward, bend, come up. Step side, bend, come up. Step back, land like a mountain lion, and up. Other leg, forward. And your body is learning a pattern, side. Good, and you see I'm not killing the speed. I'm doing it so that we have enough time to get control. Front, and in your head you might be anticipating what's the next move, because your body, your brain is trying to learn the program. And then back. Again, forward. And side. And back. And now this leg, forward, and you're trying to soften that land like you're a mountain lion, like you're a cat. Good, and back. One more set through everything. Front, lunge. Side, lunge. Your knee cues are still very important. That's why we started with them. Back, knee in line with the second toe. Other leg, and your brain's thinking, which way do I go? And it remembers. Good. And back. Nice. Go out to wide. Sit in that little second position. And we're going to take the arms, and notice how I'm already doing this. We're going to add a little pulse. 20 little pulses. If that's too hard, just do fewer. Just be more upright. And arms a little pulsing too, right? This also, these pulses in the bridge and the glutes helps, in the glute dominant moves, helps with pelvic floor. So hold 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come back up. Nice. You can shake it out. This leg, the right leg, is going to go back in a little curtsy and come. It's almost like one of those squats, but we're going to the back diagonal and curtsy. And the arms can get up higher now. Curtsy. Good. And you got it. Curtsy. And land softly like that cat. Like that cat. Mountain lion. And back. And arms more forward. And we'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Now your body is upright. Lift and spread your toes. Lift up your right thigh. And what we really want to do here, I'll show you from the side, is I want to make sure I don't lean back. We talk about hip flexors being flexible. We need that, but we also need them strong. Hold this up. And while you're in 90 degrees, you're going to point and flex that foot really big. 3, you're articulating through the foot. Keep this hip flexor up. That's your most important cue that you don't lean back. Circle Notice how your body's going to try to lean back, but you don't want it to. Circle that ankle the other way. This glute's also working. And you're breathing calmly like nothing's wrong. And then lower that foot. Here's the hinge. Lift up. Make sure this hip doesn't kick out, by the way. Palms up. Now point and flex as if you're articulating through your foot. Upper body against the wall. Karen, that looks really good from the side. You're not leaning back. I love it. Your other hip is not kicking out. Roll that ankle. Just the ankle, not the thigh. Make sure your thigh isn't rolling. There's some strength here in that psoas. And then go the other way. Sarah, this should be good for your back because it strengthens the muscles around the back. Inhale. Nice. And then lower down. Ah! Take those arms up. Inhale. Now as you exhale, we're going to come down and either take a hands and knees position or a beast, which is the hovering. So if you don't like your knees down, go right into the beast. If you need to take a breather, put your knees down. So I'm going to show a few of each. Now I'm going to lift the knees, round your back. So you could do this knees down or knees up. 5, good. 4, 3, 2. Now on the 1, take some type of child's pose and grab a sip if you need. I am going to put my camera in closer. You did great. Can you tell I'm taking a workshop right now? So I'm going to throw out the stuff to you guys. So you're going to be taking a sip if you need it. I know I do. And then eventually you're on your belly. When you're on your belly, we're going to work some swan muscles. Make sure you have enough arm room. So I want you to make a little pizza and put it in the oven. But if you feel okay here, make it a bigger pizza and add an extension. Lift up, breaststroke, up, breaststroke, up. Good, you got it. Now your hands are off the floor, but if you need to modify, they can touch or just be little baby personal pizzas you're making. Now add that extension. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, exhale, lower. 3, 2, and 1. And then let your hands come on the floor, probably wider than your mat. Either be on your elbows or go into a cobra swan hold. Just relax. I like how you're relaxing your neck. Chin tuck a little, Fayetta, and see if that feels good. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower down. And we're going to take a breaststroke backwards, which won't work in the water, so don't do it in the water, but you can take your hands out in front and down. And you can inhale when your hands are close to your ribs, and then exhale when they're far away. Inhale close to your ribs, and exhale. Inhale, you got it. Nice. And lift up. Your toes are on the ground. Your shins and knees are on the ground. When you lift, it's very easy to accidentally use your neck and crank your head up, but just lift with your back and let your head go along for the ride. 4, 3, your scapula do move here. 2, you want to feel them moving healthily. 1, now hands are wider than your body, and peel yourself up. Shoulder blades down the back. Neck is soft. 8, 7, good. 6, nice Shreen. 5, shoulders are really low. 4, 3, good, Pam. 2, inhale. And then exhale. You can take a child's pose with your hips pulling back, resting that body. Good. And the next option is, I'm going to show modified first, okay? So, Sarah, if your arms are bothering you, you can take the right hand to left, and if that's going okay, you can lift up that leg that you're pointing to. So I'm going to show a few options. One was just the hands going to the opposite knee. Second option was the hand going to the knee, and that knee lifts off the floor. Your goal is to keep the pelvis and shoulders stable like a table. Same arm, same leg. Mary Catherine, now, Catherine, take your right hand to your left knee, but underneath you. Now extend your leg, but keep your hand there. Keep your hand underneath you. Now put your hand down, knee down, other side, hand to the knee, and lift up your leg behind you. But your hand touches towards that. If you want it harder, I'm going for the harder. You're going to be in a dog, down dog. Right hand goes to the left ankle, left hand to the right ankle. So this is why I showed the easier first, because I know not everybody's going to want to take this option. Right hand to the opposite ankle. Nice. So either do hands and knees like I showed just to modify, or the hand and the knee off, or the hand to the opposite ankle. And can you lower the other heel while you do this so you get a bonus calf stretch? Touch that ankle, touch that ankle, touch that ankle. 4 more of whatever you're doing. 4, heels press. 3, Karen, you're fine to do hands and knees as well. 2, and 1. Both hands down. You can take any kind of child's pose that you need. I'm going to do a toe under this time just to stretch out those feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Grab a sip if you need it. We're going to go back down to the belly. And hands underneath your head, and lift up your right leg really tall, and then lift up your left leg really tall. While you're doing this, your neck gets soft, your upper trapezius gets soft, your pelvis stays square to the floor. You're lifting where your hamstring meets your glute. You're going to scan your neck again, because I think it's pretty easy to accidentally use those upper trapezius. And that's one thing we're trying to learn, is differentiation. What muscles do I want to contract? What muscles can I relax? If you want it harder, lift up both legs and continue fluttering with the knees off the floor like you have a kickboard in your hand at the pool and you're swimming some laps. Now scan your neck again. Did it try to get active? Relax those neck muscles. 10. Your kick is going faster. 9. Like you're making bubbles in the water, like you're boiling water in a pool with your feet. 5, 4, hamstrings should be working. 3, 2, rest. Good. Now if you'd like to add on, hands go beside your pelvis, palms down, or interlace them, lift up. All right, all sorts of options. Lift up and flutter. If this is not for you, go back to the single leg lifts that we did at the beginning. Chin tuck. Good. All right, little flutter. You can add a syncopated breath. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. If that doesn't work for you, just breathe how you need to without holding the breath. Lower yourself, switch your hands, so whichever pinky was on the outside, now the other one is. Palms together if you can. Lift up your torso, lift up your arms. Add that flutter. It's a fast flutter like you're boiling water and you're in the swimming pool and you're making those bubbles with your kicking. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. And exhale, lower down. And a child's pose, knees wide, will let you breathe really low in the diaphragm. And when you breathe really low in the diaphragm, you're massaging the psoas muscles, the hip flexor muscles. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. And then exhale. Now the modification for this next one is opposite arm, opposite leg reach. So let me just give you the modification. So Sarah, if your arms are bothering you, you can take opposite arm, opposite leg reach. If you can, take forearm plank, whoever would like. Take forearm plank. Good. And hold. So you get to choose. I'm just going to take a look. That's good. Good. That's good, Michelle. You try them both and you see which one's good for you, because I'm going to show modifications sometimes before the progression. So otherwise you're holding a plank. Nice. Now if you can, float the right arm up and then float the left arm up and then float the right arm up. Now you don't have to. You could be planking. You could be doing opposite arm, opposite leg on the knee, on the R4s. And just a little, good. That's it, Catherine. Just like half an inch. It comes off. You lower it. Half an inch. Comes off. You lower it. Good. Inhale. The body will move a little bit. That's okay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're all going to get on the belly. Now, we've been working our abs, so we're stretching them out with this elbow down plank, or excuse me, elbow down Sphinx. Or if you want a little bit higher, shoulders are down the back and your hands push. Nice. Come back down to a forearm plank, but your modification is hands and knees, opposite arm, opposite leg reach. If you're coming back to a plank, this may be what you do. You might float the left toes off and then put them right back down. Float the right toes off and put them right back down. Float the left toes, put them right back down. Float the right toes. You can also just do plank. You got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sphinx or Cobra. Stretch out those abs. Shoulders are down the back. Neck's soft, I think, a little. Michelle, that looks good. Good, you're doing it. Good, Fayetta. Inhale. Lower your upper body. Now lift up your legs towards the sky. Lower your legs and lift up your upper body towards the sky. Lower, upper body, lowers and your legs lift. Lift up your upper body. Lower, thighs, upper body, legs, upper body, legs, upper body. Basically, you're working at your own pace to get this whole back body stronger. Those of you that want to add on a rocking swan, when you're up, you can let go once or a few times. Yeah, and we'll do 3 sets of whatever you're doing. And hold. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a child pose. We're going to walk our fingertips over to one side. Walk them over to one side. Pinky far away from the hip. 5, 4, 3. You might have to walk them over. 2. Open up that rib cage. 5, 4, 3, 2. Close it and let's go to the other side. Walk the pinky far away. Good, Ellen. Walk it over, over, over. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now rib cage opens. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale to come back down. Really good job. And then come down to the belly. If you have a foam roller, use it. If you don't have a foam roller, don't use it, but it's going to be a swan with the foam roller. Wide. It's okay if you don't have it, just use your hands on the ground. And go up and lower. Now your elbows are going to lengthen. It's tempting to bend them here, but see if you can lengthen them. Yeah, there you go. You're trying to figure it out usually the first few where you should be. You got it. We're just going up and down at your own pace. So let your breath dictate when you go up and when you go down. You might take a challenge of trying to lengthen the inhale and lengthen the exhale without stress. Inhale through the nose if you can. Lengthen the inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. Terrific job. You can lie on your back or you can lie on the roller. So let me show you what I mean. You can lie on your back like you have done, or you can lie on the roller. You can lie on your back, you can lie on the roller. Fingertips behind your head and crunch up. And crunch up. I have to turn so I can see you easier. Yeah, crunch up. Now that can be on your back and you're crunching up. Either your additional possibility is, can you lift your right knee and crunch? Yes, and then can you lift your left knee and crunch? Yes, and crunch. There you go, and crunch. And then you get used to, oh, can I go a little bit more? Is this just too hard and I'm holding my breath? And can I make myself hold my breath? Or do I just need to do the upper body? Or, of course, the option could be just the knees, right? Good. So rotate, you're lifting up one leg and then you're doing the other. You're lifting up one leg and you're doing the other. And exhale and exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can take a full body stretch or just a rest for a moment. Rest. Good. Awesome. I love the flattened X. Good, guys. Now you could add a little rotation. So if you're on the back, it's okay. If you're on the roller, it's going to be harder. You're going to take your left shoulder up a little higher and rotate, and then you come back down, and then you exhale. Your right shoulder comes up a little bit more. Good. You rotate. You could do these on the floor if you don't have your roller. And you know it could be harder. Just try, when you lift your right shoulder, lifting your left heel. And when you lift your left shoulder, lifting your right heel. Now you could even take the knee in and the foot totally off the floor. It is going to be harder. 10. Slow it down for more intensity if you'd like. 9. I'm going to look at you for a moment. 8. Good. 7. Good. I like it. 6. You can always get rid of a couple of limbs and not use them. 5. If it's too hard. 4. Keep the breath going. Make that your challenge. Can you keep breathing and not hold your breath? 1 more each. Side. And then rest. You can do that flattened X if you like. Good. 5, 4, 3. How nice, huh? 2. Really good. And we're sliding off our roller. And if you have your roller, put it underneath your feet. And your Back is on the mat, your feet are on the roller. Your option is feet on the floor. Curl up and curl down and really articulate. Curl up and curl down. Curl up. Good. And now I'm going to put my neck straight so I'm not turning my neck. All right, go up and down. And up and down. 3 more. 2. And stay up. Now when you're up, put your knees together like you have a piece of paper you want to hold on between the knees, but your feet don't move, just your knees. Hold on to that piece of paper, and you're going to do 10 little pulses. 10 with your glutes, not your low back. Try not to get in too lordotic, too sway back. And this also helps the pelvic floor contract. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now open the knees a little wider than your feet. It's almost like you have a kickball between your knees. Now 10 little pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now put the knees right over the heels. It's like you have a football between your knees, sideways football. All right, 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower down. Now hands to your feet. Ideally, you can open up a couple of toes here. Big toe from the 2nd and maybe 5th toe from the 4th. And if you have a roller, extend it a little further away from you. If you don't, just put your heels on the ground. And so I've got my calves on that roller. I'm sorry, the lower calves where the ankle starts. Now soften your knee more than you think. So like an inch at least. Lift up and down. And lift up and down. Good. And up. Exhale. And down. And up. If you are low back sway, really low back sway, just make sure you're not like cranking your low back into a further extension or lordosis. Your hamstrings should be working though. Really working. Especially when you make yourself bend the knees about an inch. Now, see if you can stay up and do those 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower. Put your feet touching, your legs touching. Glue the legs together like there's a ribbon between them. Soften the knees. Go up and do 10 little pulses with the legs glued together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Open up about 5 inches apart. The feet are 5 inches apart or so. Soften the knees, almost bending them 1 inch. Go up and do 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower and take your right leg up and hold that stretch. Now while you're here, let's circle the ankle 10 times. Circle it the other way 10 times. Oh, keep the breath going. See if you can breathe in through the nose and expand the diaphragm. Now point and flex that foot like you're articulating through your foot. Guess what's happening on the left leg? It's relaxing too. Pull the toes back, hold it. If you want a bonus, you can stay here or you can come up and hold on to that big toe and lift up the left leg off the roller, and you've got an ab crunch going and you've got a hamstring stretch going. 10, this is a bonus. If it's too hard, stay down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Now the left leg goes up and your right leg rests. You could just be doing a little stretch here in the hamstring and then roll your ankle 10 times one way. And the other way. Now point and flex. Now you can hold this stretch, or if you'd like to grab hold of your toe with your 2-piece fingers, lift up your right leg, and now you have a few things going: an ab crunch, a hamstring stretch, and the other leg off the ground. Come up till your shoulder blades are off the mat. Your neck shouldn't hurt because you're up enough that your shoulder blades are off. You're looking at your toes. Belly pulls in on your exhales. And then lower. Take your hands to your feet or your ankles, and you're in this little bound angle. Knees wide. Can you slide your hands, clap them together, and dive them underneath, and then hold on to your feet? So you clapped them, you dove them under, and then you held onto your feet. Either stay here, or if you'd like to do a rock, come up and balance, and come up and down. That's up to you. You can also just stay in that stretch. Bye, Sarah. Have fun taking your grandchild to school. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to scoot back a little away from the door. Good. You might have to move your roller, Catherine. It might be in your way. See if you can come all the way up. Can you come all the way up? It's hard. Okay, the harder variation is legs open. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Pause. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect job. Great. Now your feet are on the floor. Keep your roller handy. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to work the back body and open the chest. So you may like a bent knee one because that's our bent lever, which is modified. Good. Otherwise, use that foam roller and put your ankles out there, knees soft, and go. 10. If you just hate these all, just do a bridge, and that'll be back body. 5. Lift up. 4. Yeah, lift your hips, Pam. 3, 2. Lower. Good. And I'm going to show a brief found angle with a roll of your what are these called? Wrist. And the other way. You can do these wrist rolls anytime I do anything that's on the hands and you want a little extra, or if you're just working hard in the garden or whatever, just grab this little stretch. Now you could stay here with this stretch, or you can do a variation on the that we just did. You can do this. You can do this. But if you'd like to add on, take your tree pose 10 times. Otherwise, just do yeah, nice, Michelle. I like that you took that. You heard my variation. Yep, love it. Because our intention is what we're after. Our intention is to strengthen the back body. It doesn't get as much strength during the day, and that's why people start looking forward, and we don't want to do that. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we come up and we do a big inner thigh stretch. If you would like another sip, grab it. Awesome. And go on down. Yeah, I just needed to grab a sip. I have my sauna in Utah now, and so we're going to make sure we all drink a lot. All right, let your neck soften, and it's easier to get dehydrated in the winter apparently, so we're just going to make sure we cue those drinks during the day, during our class. I notice sometimes I have to open up more once I've been here, so if you have to do the same, go for it. If you have to open up more, soften the knees if they tend to hyperextend. Relax your neck. Good. I like it. and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and then 1, and come back up, and see if you can take a roll back, but see if you can take 30 full seconds. Yeah, grab a sip if you need. See if you can take 30 full seconds. If not, just go down and wait. We're going to do a little bit of abs. So take your inhale. The knees are going to be bent a bit here, and as you go down, they might even go lower towards the floor. 6, 7, good. 8, good, Karen. 9, 10. It's easier to drink upright than it is when we're on our back, so that's why I queued one more here. 12, 20, 25, good. Now when you're at 30, the arms just naturally want to go overhead, right? To take a big stretch. Ooh. The fingertips can be at the head, and I'm going to cue that the thighs come up and they do a extension, kind of like a piston. Now, if you would like, add a rotation, but if that's too much, you can stay low. Or another trick is you can use a pillow under your head or your shoulders. You can even use your foam roller a little bit to kind of bank yourself so that you don't get in your neck. Ideally, you're up high enough that you're not in your neck. You're just in your neck enough to prevent forward head syndrome. We do need some neck flexor strength. We don't want to avoid that. So 10, 9, 8, pull the toes back, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, recover. Now hug, relax, stretch. And you're already in a hug, so again, you can use that roller behind your shoulder blades for a modification. I'll just show it if you need it, but otherwise you're going to come into a double leg stretch and extend and hug and extend. You don't need the roller, but yeah, Catherine, you might want to try it and just see, does that help you? And you still kind of have this scoop, so you're not just hanging out like a lawn chair. You're still using your abs. Yeah, you might even take the hands behind. Okay, tuck the chin a little bit, Alan. 4, yep, 3, 2, 1, recover, hands to the inner feet, and let the knees be a little wider. Good. Now imagine those scissors your legs can make, one down and then the other. Now here's a modification, head down, or you can use the foam roller, or come up and go for it. I gotta move the roller so you can see. Lengthen. Good. Toes pull back. It's okay if you need to modify with the head down. 4, 3, good, that's a nice one, Catherine. 2, recover for a moment. We're gonna go somewhere with this. It's cross-country skier. So lifting up your right leg, take your left hand, kind of like we did with that down dog, and we put our hand towards our outer ankle. Extend your other leg. Now get ready, we're gonna switch and switch. Now your opposite hand is going to your opposite ankle. Try to lift your shoulder blade to do that. 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then turn to me. Good job. And place yourself either way. Elbow, either one of two ways. This way or this way. Good. Yeah, that was good, Shireen. Grab a sip if you need it. We're going to take this top leg, kick forward, and then kick back and try to lift up and kick back and try to point and flex. And actually go to your range of motion. See if you can feel a gentle stretch. Here's hamstring. Here's hip flexor. 7, as your way of knowing when you're done. because your body's going to try to power through it and be done like in these quick short ones. So now that was forward. Now we're going to go up. So point up and flex down. Kick up and flex down. Now we're trying to build some hip abductor. We did it a lot today. Good Fayetta, with the standing work. But now we're also doing it with this lying against gravity. This helps with balance, with low back care, bone density, in one of the top areas where we tend to lose it. Now we're going to take this arm down. It's our pillow. The top leg is going to get forward out of the way. It's actually stretching here a little bit. Lift up your bottom leg and point it forward and kick it back. And really go an inch further than you think. Pull your belly in. 4. Try to release your neck and your shoulder. Point that flex and point and flex. Now that same foot is going to point and go up and then flex and go down and really reach through the foot. Let's make those feet muscles work a little each class. Really pull the pinky toe back to that eversion. Perennials help us prevent ankle sprains and help with balance and help protect the knee. One more. All right, let's do everything on the other side. If you can, prop your forearm. If you need to, lie down. That's okay. Point forward and flex. Good. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to add that ankle. Really use the foot. It's a thoughtful dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, all that range of motion that your foot will do. If we don't use it, we'll lose it. So you've seen people shuffle. We don't want to do that. We want our nerves to respond to changes in the floor so we can respond with appropriate balance and not fall. Point and flex. Now this same leg is going to go up and down. So point and flex. I notice when my leg is up, my ribs try to drop. So try to keep your ribs up, especially when the leg is up. Point and flex. Use that whole foot. The ankle muscles might get tired if you're giving it your full effort and attention. We'd rather them get tired here while we're deliberately working on them than get an injury. Now we lie down. And this arm is going to be a pillow. This leg's the forward. Really point. Flex. Really point. Flex. Pull your belly up away from the floor. Is your right shoulder relaxed? Flex. 6, 7, 8. Now this leg is going to go up and flex, and up and flex, and up, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, perfect. Let's have us do a stretch here. Ooh, where'd the time go? Right arm out, hold on to the leg. This is a rotation and stretch. Inhale. And as you exhale, take that rotation to the other side. Hand to your knee, arm out, stretch. Take a moment to lie on your back and just touch that ankle to thigh stretch. And we'll take 10 together. We'll take 10 on the other side. Reach that hand through and feel that stretch. And just let it go when you're ready. Take a Shavasana. Release yourself into the ground and let your inhale be long and slow through the nose. And let your exhale release tension. We're just going to do 2 more of those. Notice how you feel, and gently come up to a seated position that serves you. Take a moment to set an intention to come back into that state of calm anytime you need to, with a long, slow, deliberate breath through the nose and a long, slow, deliberate breath through the nose. Whenever you're ready, let your eyes open and come back into the room. So good to have you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Love seeing everybody. Bye guys. Thank you.